The lighting is fluctuating. Very chill, little chit chats. I want to start practicing my makeup again. So I figured let me practice on here with y'all and talk to y'all at the same time. So it's a vitamin C and E Super Glow Serum from Sephora. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my face before I start playing around in the makeup. My skin is looking so much better than it was before. Y'all remember when I had all those dark marks? I mean, granted, I still have some, but especially like in my forehead area, I've been using the Good Molecules Discoloration Serum and also like some Korean skincare. Yeah, so I don't know which one. I'm pretty sure it's just the Good Molecules so far that's been working. Oh, and the Murad acne spot treatment, because I haven't been using the Korean skincare that long, but I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I have some questions that y'all asked me on Instagram that I will kind of talk about, and then I'll just be chit-chatting throughout. My brows, I haven't gotten done in forever, so they look a mess. So I'm gonna do them off camera really quickly. But what I'm using for my brows, Benefit Precisely My Brow, Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter, Makeup by Mario Concealer in the shade 380. And I'm just gonna put some concealer on my lids. Just putting it all over so I can get me a little base. And then I'm gonna blend that out with a beauty blender. So the first question that somebody asked was, what made me start posting on YouTube? And it's not really a long story. Like I started posting because I wanted to be a travel blogger, essentially. That's why my channel is Danae's Vacays. I was doing a lot of traveling back in 2018, and I kind of have always made content, and I put that in quotations because making content wasn't really a thing back when we were doing it. Like when Instagram came around and we were just posting on Instagram. Reels weren't a thing. TikTok wasn't a thing. I don't even think Instagram stories was a thing. Well, obviously not initially, it wasn't, but I was doing a lot of posting on my Snapchat stories. Anybody been around for like my college Snapchats? Like I used to be posting a lot, and I would post my trips on there. And that's when I started to get a lot of messages like, oh, you always traveling? Like, oh my gosh, where is this? You know, asking me like where I was at. And I liked sharing those experiences with people. Like my biggest thing is I love to be transparent. I love when we can connect with each other because we're all going through the same thing, you know? And so I was posting a little bit of everything on there. And I love that I feel like people were able to experience going to different places by me posting it, just like we're going together, you know? So old Morphe, oh shit. Y'all saw all that fallout on me? Oh my gosh, it's all on my pants. Damn. I tell y'all it was old. This is an old Morphe palette. Let me see. The Artistry palette. It's the same one I always use because it just got all these colors in it and it's no point to like get anything else really. But I'm gonna use this like darker, kind of like a mocha color, and mix it in with this lighter brown just to also I have very hooded eyelids, so doing makeup for me isn't the easiest thing, and that's another reason why I'm starting to practice, because I need to figure out what looks best on my eye shape. Because if you can see, and if you don't know what a hooded eyelid is basically, you see how like if I'm looking straight onto y'all, like this, just my lid just here, like if I did eyeshadow, I could only do just this, that's it. And then I would have to like, I wouldn't have any space for my eyeshadow, so I have to bring it above my lid because my lids are basically like going back above my eye, if that makes sense. Shout out to all the girls with a full lid space. Like, y'all really winning. Y'all really winning in life because it's hard out here. That is why I started posting videos on YouTube. And now it's just a hobby of mine. It's something that I'm just used to. And I take breaks. I definitely have moments where I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do this because it's hard to put yourself out there for everybody in the internet to judge you. Instagram, you're only getting likes, you know? So on YouTube, when you see that somebody dislike your video, it's natural for you to focus on that sometimes and be like, dang, like, I wonder what somebody didn't like about this video. Like, this was like a very uplifting. I was being positive, you know? I was being very inclusive, but I've just learned that, like, you just cannot please everybody. You just can't. And you just have to be you, and people that like you and wanna, you know, mess with your content are gonna do that, and people who don't are not. So there's not really much that we can do about it but be ourselves. And one of the reasons why I like vlogging and filming, and even now, like, trying out makeup when it's like, I don't really do my makeup anymore, but like, let's try it, let's see how it goes. I'd rather try it on here and film it. And even if I fail, like, failing on camera, because we're so used to, we want to take all of our L's off camera, and it doesn't work like that sometimes. Like, sometimes you have to learn to fail in front of everybody, because that's just life. I want to darken it up over in this corner area a bit, so I'm gonna come over and use, this is more of like an espresso color, little darker. So I'm just gonna put that in the corner area over here to really make the eye pop. So what is my favorite season of the year? And I know we're in the holidays and I'm doing holiday glam, and yeah, you know, we love the holidays. We love how joyous it is. The holiday season, like fall, winter, is really not my favorite season of the year. My favorite season is spring. I like how in Florida, like, we're still hot. Like, y'all see, I'm having to block the sun from y'all. Like, it's still very hot here. We may get a couple days of cool, but we don't get that much. We actually don't start getting cold until probably like January. So I like springtime. I feel like we usually have some cool weather, nice little breeze. I love the spring air, you know? Like, it's something about like the blooming, things becoming new. Now, the only thing that I don't like is I do have really bad allergies. And so that whole, I usually get a sinus infection around that time, which is not fun, but everything else about it, I love. How do I balance work and travel? And that's so funny because I don't balance it at all. Okay, so typically I'll travel at least twice a year. Me and Tanisha would want to go somewhere for our birthdays. So I would go somewhere for Tanisha's birthday, like in May, and then I would go somewhere for my birthday in September with her. And that's typically what we would do. And then anything else in between, you know, it just depends. Like, all my other girls, you know, if they have plans, we try to make that happen. That's typically how I would do it in the past. How I balance it, I do get PTO, and we get our vacation up front. So January 1st, I be feeling like, because I got all my vacation, but then I have to like stretch it out over the year. I don't think I balance it very well, because I have moments where I'm just not traveling at all. And then, I don't know, I guess it depends on what type of work. My work is very like, I'm either working or I'm not. It's not anything that I have to do outside of that. Now, balancing content and travel is easy for me because it's Danae's vacay. So anytime I go somewhere, like, I'm definitely filming. You know what I mean? Like, I'm filming some sort of content, at least a vlog. This last trip where my camera broke was really hard, you know, for me to not be able to film. That was difficult. I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer like on this inner corner area so I can pack on like that glittery gold shade. If y'all can see it right here. I think I'm gonna use this one. And drag that over. I feel like just right there is good. And then I'm just gonna pat it out. I feel like I gotta hold my head straight. I gotta hold my head straight. Pack it. Pat that. I feel like with the glitter shades, they take a while to transfer. When I was like back in 2016, y'all know we was doing the glitter everything. I used to use loose glitter, so it was messy, but it didn't take as long to get that pigment to show up. My journey with Christ, like wanting to know about my journey with Christ, which is that's a whole video in itself. So I gave my life away to Christ November, December of last year. Best decision I've ever made. I don't even know how to get into that. Like, I don't know where to start. One, because it's something that's so personal, and two, because it's just so hard to explain your relationship with God, you know, because we all have a different relationship with him. And I feel like my journey started off, well, I started off being a very spiritual person. I'll say that. Like, I started off my spiritual journey, which was like manifestation and all that, you know, like I just wasn't going down the path that I wanted to go. But I also feel like we all get convicted in different ways. We all get brought to God in different ways. And I wouldn't change any portion of my journey. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like how I started being more spiritual initially. And I know y'all know because I posted a couple of videos on here about it, and then I went back and deleted the videos once I gave my life away to Christ, because it didn't sit right with my spirit, you know, like I didn't feel right about it. And learning that there's nothing wrong with like being positive, but you know, just making sure that you're doing it in the right light, you know, and whatever that means for you, because that's a personal decision and not everybody has to give their life away to Christ. But like I said, I am so happy that I did. I have absolutely no regrets. Best decision that I've ever made. I am the happiest I've ever been in the midst of me still going through things. You know, I feel like that's something that isn't talked about enough, is like, just because you have God doesn't mean that you're not still gonna have hard days. But the hard days that I have now, oh my goodness, they don't even compare to the hard days that I had without him. It really is just the most beautiful journey and such a blessing, like such a gift to be a child of God. And I don't want anybody to feel like they're not able to be themselves because of who I am, you know, because it's all love over here. So now I'm gonna go back in with that darker color just to darken up the corner and the top of like where I put that glittery, I cannot talk, that glittery shadow. I don't know if I told y'all that I had deleted my TikTok. Like my Danae's Vacay's TikTok, I deleted it. I have like such a love-hate relationship with TikTok. I really do. I still have my Danae's Gym Days, which is like my gym progress TikTok that I am supposed to be using for that, you know, to track my progress in the gym, which I haven't been going. But like, even if I'm working out, like doing home workouts or whatever, that's really what it's for. Same Milk Hydro Grip Primer, Makeup by Mario foundation in the shade 21W. I just feel like, one, I was on there way too much. And so I love now that I've gotten my willpower back. Like, I don't think we understand understand or really even give acknowledgement to how much time we spend on social media. And because TikTok is something that's so like, it is a search engine, you know, and it has so many positives to it. It's kind of like accepted for you to be on TikTok all the time. But like, we really should be taking time off of our phones. We should be taking time off of our phones and off of social media. So I was like, let me get a little break from this because I just need it. I needed a break. And I ended up deleting it and being so happy. Like I said, I still have TikTok and I still get on there every now and then because I had 2 TikToks. I feel like we have to really be careful of what we're digesting, you know, like just what we're seeing, what we're listening to, you know, what we're allowing our brains to take in. I feel like I'm getting a little mustache, y'all. Like, I got that little trimmer thing that you can use, but I'm starting to see a lot of hair growing. Now we're gonna go in and do a little highlighting with the concealer. You know, when I ask y'all stuff on Instagram, y'all don't really be sending me nothing. Y'all don't really be sending me nothing to talk about. So then halfway through this video, I end up having to like talk about what I want to talk about, which is typically a bunch of like the same stuff. These two together, just a perfect match. The foundation and the concealer, beautiful, just beautiful. I also haven't been listening to as much secular music. Nothing wrong with the secular music. I still listen to it. I just haven't been listening to it as much. Like, it's just, it's not hitting, you know, the way that it used to. And I also feel like the music of today is just not as good. We know that, you know, than like the music from the early 2000s music. Obviously nothing touching the 90s, 80s. You know what I mean? Like, there's classics of music. We're not expecting it to sound like the 90s, but also, you know, we want the music to be good and feel good. And I feel like recently music hasn't been feeling good. There's something in this sponge that's poking me. And it's weird because I can't feel it on my thumb, but I can feel it on my face. I'm gonna turn it around this way. Whoa. What the heck? So if y'all have any recommendations on music, you know, please let your girl know. Okay, now I'm going in with my little Laura Mercier and my little powder setting sponge and just tapping that in very lightly where I put the concealer, just to keep that under eye bright. They did a big one with this sponge. Like, the fact that we can get like in the corner and really just use your finger. Oh, given. Okay, for the bronzer, my little milk stick. I don't care. I know it's messed up. It's still good. So I'm not throwing it out. But my base makeup really never changes. So that's why I don't really be talking that much to y'all through this process, because it's the same thing, possibly different products. Before this, I was using the Fenty cream contour, which I did really like. And I wanted to try the Makeup by Mario cream contour, but the Sephora that's near me never really has anything. So I just be getting what's available. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad at this milk one. But yeah, I did start back taking my anxiety medication, which is technically an antidepressant, like in the classification, like in the medicine group that it is. So I'll let y'all know how that's working, how I'm feeling. I do feel a little bit like I want to step out on a limb and go back to the gym and, you know, just like try different things, like slowly expose myself out again. So that's good that I'm starting to have those urges. We got the Juvia's Place blush in the shade Coral Rose. My Milk Kush mascara. Y'all, I haven't done lashes in forever, so I don't even know how this is gonna work. I'm gonna put on this mascara and I'm gonna try to put these lashes on. And these are the Kiss Bare Affair lashes. I'm gonna cut them down and try to throw these on, and I don't know, let's see what happens. All right, y'all, I put the lashes on. I put the lashes on. Do we see it? I want to get in the sun, but I feel like y'all can't really see. No, you can't see me in the sun at all. Wow. Okay. My braids are old. Like it's really time to take these braids out. I'm actually taking them out this coming weekend. I gotta leave them in for the next couple of days because I'm not really gonna have time to like do and wash my hair. But I have had these braids in for like 2 months and they still look pretty good. Like, cannot complain whatsoever. But yeah, let me spray my face. Get that shit set. Y'all, I haven't beat my face in a minute. She looks kind of good. You know, the other day when I did my makeup, I really wasn't feeling it. And that just goes to show y'all, like, y'all have to practice. Y'all have to practice things. Like, sometimes everything isn't gonna look good the very first time that you do it. You gotta give yourself some time. You gotta let yourself practice, you know, let yourself cook, let yourself marinate. And yeah, I'm excited to see like how my makeup comes along, you know, as I continue to do it and practice, because this ain't come out that bad. I'm looking over here in the mirror. This ain't come out that bad. So I'm kind of excited. Next time I get on here, I'm thinking about going on live, like on my Instagram. Should I do that? I don't know. I feel like my followers can be very unpredictable. So we'll see. I don't know. I may have to block some people. I'm not sure. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It be chaotic. I know my get ready with me to be chaotic, but I like chit chatting to y'all. And comment down below. Let me know what you want to see. You know, give me some exposure, share, subscribe so you can be a Vacay Bae. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love ya.